So I started this channel, and I obviously haven't posted anything. Excuse the appearance. I'm self-conscious. Well, I started this channel because I had this premise that, particularly like in the public sphere of media and news in general, just when you're watching media and people's feelings and comments about the partisan sides and the left and the right, my conclusion was, more often than not, what we're observing, particularly when we're confused at the contradictions or the incoherent trains of thought. Not that people are speaking incoherently or they're framing things incoherently, but that the logic in some ways doesn't work out. And my theory is that what, in those cases particularly, you're seeing some form of trauma, a negative belief about the world or about myself, sort of driving the thought, driving the narrative. And I think what we see on the left more than the right, and it's not that I think it presents itself a little bit more profoundly and louder on the left than it does on the right. And I'm just using generalizations for sake of communication. I know that generalizations really limit the conversation, and that's not what I'm trying to do, but I'm just trying to highlight that the belief that I can only be loved if I'm good, or only a good person deserves love or to be loved, is a more pronounced form of trauma on the left, which is why you see the way that they frame their conversations is, when you're good, you deserve, and good is subjective to them. So like, there may be an objective good, and they have their form of good where they've got that information, like where they were informed about what good is from their perspective of good, and that when you meet that perspective of good, you deserve to be loved. And I only have a few seconds left, and so it's something like that. And I just want to make a quick short, just like one of my first ones. It's 3 minutes. I think you can do long. Anyway, and so I think that's what you're seeing a lot on the left, not quite as much as the right. And I'll think about that a little bit more to counter, to show something about the right. But anyway, okay, bye.